I'd like to point out that nobody gives a fuck about what we were talking about before we record.
Nobody.
We care. We give a fuck about decks and stuff like that, and the pitching and all that kind of stuff. And you and I spend a lot of time. I've written some in the last few months, and I usually alienate people by sending them to them.
Really?
Well, what ends up happening is somebody will say, "Give me your honest feedback on what you think I'm doing," and I will say things like,
"That's a touchy game."
Are you sure you want that? And they're like, "Yeah, I want that." And I go, "Okay, why are you trying to be Gwen Stefani and not yourself?" "Well, but I am Gwen Stefani." "No, you're fucking not.
No, you're not.
You're not Gwen Stefani, and that's okay."
And I'm not Gavin Rasdale.
Oh man, still got abs. But
apparently he's doing a cooking show.
He is. Please tell me he's still smoking the entire time while doing it, and
that'd be sweet. Smoking and fettuccine with Gavin.
Yeah, everything in this kitchen is smoked. Anyway, the point is like I want people to be themselves and stop trying to be other people. By all means, steal the techniques you see that the big kids are doing on their socials and their YouTubes and all that kind of stuff. But be genuinely you, for fuck's sake. I don't need you to be Gwen Stefani again. I need you to be you. I want your stories. I want your songs. I don't want any more Gwen Stefani songs. I know what she's about.
Yeah, and we have one.
We have one,
and I have a good one.
Yeah.
I think. She's problematic, but,
Yeah.
She is what she is. I just was talking about this with a bunch of students, actually. We were talking about what you do when you're listening to music and, like, what stands out. They're kind of asking me and, about, like, kind of professional production. And I'm like, listen, honestly, and I told them about you, about producers and mixers and kind of the people that are in the professional part of this industry that... Like, it's more important that you stand out that I'm like, oh, I haven't heard that before, or I haven't heard that tone or that feeling or like if you're gonna match a tone or a feeling, you better do it damn well.
Yeah.
But it's so much more important. I was like, you should hear all the Nashville songs we hear all the time from independent artists. Sound as good as anything Chesney is doing or anything anybody else is doing. And it sounds exactly the same as what everyone else is doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not hard to quantize, folks.
The quantize button is, and the other thing is if you've done any sessions in Nashville, that the producer has 6 artists on the deck that day, and the guys in the room are doing 3 songs for each artist every single time they record something. So a lot of the licks I'm not going to shout anybody out, but I got a couple friends that go out there and they will tell me I played that lick on that record, because it's just what they were into that day.
Yeah.
And, and you're getting the same
and
guys.
2 of them aren't going to go out.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, there's a little bit of a machine element to it. There are some fucking great, Nashville songwriters and performers. There are people that are definitely pushing some boundaries, which I do enjoy. Yeah. But a lot of that stuff is when people say, we've got a bunch of artists around here in Colorado that'll say, well, I went and recorded my new single in Nashville. I said, so did everybody else.
Yeah.
What else do you have? What's going to make you? And one of the things I love about our friend Ryan Criss, shout out to Ryan Criss and the Rough Cuts.
Shout out to Ryan Criss.
Saw them play a couple weeks ago at a festival up north. Actually, was it a week ago or was it this weekend? I can't fucking remember. Oh, it was last weekend. Yeah. And his kind of outlaw country. Ryan that nobody fucking sounds like him. They're doing the kind of a weird hard rock. Country, old time country rock. It's fucking cool shit. And he's, one of a kind, that dude. But, he's him. That's him.
Yeah.
And when you meet him and you go...
That's what I want.
Yeah. And he'll go, dude, that guy's on the road more than anybody I know. He's fucking really going.
And, the other positive side to that is... I think it's really hard for young musicians to hear this because I do remember being a young musician. And you want everyone to love your music. I can do any kind of music. I can, who does your music appeal to? Everybody, and it's like, you actually don't want that.
You don't want that.
You actually want some people to hate you. And then, you're not going to have to market to them. They're not part of the thing.
Yeah.
And the other people will love you more and fight about it. It's great.
Yeah. By the way, welcome to 2 Shots Music Pod. I'm Michael St. James, and that hunk of burning love over there is
Stu Miller. You can follow us at 2 Shots Music Pod anywhere you follow people. Hit that subscribe and like button in the bells and all the things, and follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, all that fun stuff. It's fun. There you go.
That was well played. I knew we'd get there eventually. Anyway, I love the conversations about like people being Orig-Inal. I think it's a worthwhile conversation. You're right.
Hold on. What was that?
Orig-Inal.
Orig-Inal, is that a Childress thing?
No, that is not. That is an emphasis on the wrong syllable. Is what that is.
It sounds gross.
Oral-Ginal.
Not that I'm against going down. Totally for it. I'm pro. Not Orig-Inal, not oral-ginal. What?
Orig-Inal. Something kind of a fucking pervert? What the hell?
Pretty much. I think you're putting one more I in there than there should be. And there's no me in team.
Original. It's not.
But Orig-Inal. Yeah. Oh yeah, there isn't.
It's like I had a friend who like
Orig-Inal. Yeah, that's the
extra one. I wouldn't do that. I would never do that to anybody.
Because that's gross.
I do like to mispronounce things. That's why, like, now that somebody pointed out that the word meow is in the middle of homeowner, I can't not pronounce it homeowner.
Yeah.
I have homeowner.
Doesn't roll off the tongue. I don't know if that's going to take off.
Homeowner. It's fine for me, right? Meow.
That's totally Super Troopers, right?
Yeah. I do think you're right though. Like people need to. I mean, be you. I want you to be you. I don't want you to be somebody else. Now I also understand, like having somebody that appeals to you and you like their vibe and you like their shtick and kind of doing that thing, but you still got to be you.
You got to break out. Lisa Stansfield. Whoa.
Fucking
man, the
dude.
guys in my brain just were like, that one guy with the joint just turned around and went, Lisa
what the fuck? You're not high enough. Go back to bed.
By the way, Kelsey sent me a note and said, your fucking cough button didn't work last week. Fair enough. We miss you, Kelsey. Hey, I was playing injured.
Yeah, you did fucking great job. Thanks
That's what you get. Sorry, Liquid Death.
Yeah.
You wish.
They're not here anymore, though, are they?
No, they're not. That's what I mean. I'm sorry.
Their position of canned fizzy water.
What I would have done is every cough, we could have edited in like a
yes,
Liquid Death. And it would have been awesome. But nope, fuck you. Fuck Liquid Death. No, I'm just kidding. We still like Liquid Death. No,
they're fine. I do like Liquid Death.
Fine. We'll be back.
And nobody asks me, can I buy you a drink when I'm carrying that around having a night where I don't want to drink?
No. Everybody's like, wow, look at him crushing the water.
No, they think I'm drinking a Guinness or something like that. And I'm like, this is Super Berry Murder. This is what this is over here.
Super Berry Murder.
So you were teaching the today. What were you teaching today?
Music business analysis.
That's analysis, by the way?
CU or DU or Metro, or they're all the same thing now,
somewhere down on the Auraria campus full of colleges.
Yeah, Building 200 or something. I don't know. I swear I told my driver to go, and they took me. Very nice, though. It was great. Chris Webb teaches the class. And,
nice.
We might do a little podcast menage a trois or quoi. I'm not really sure what we're going to do.
All right.
He's got a podcast called Musician's Tip Jar, I think.
Oh, cool. Yes, I've seen this.
So we will shout him out. He's a lovely man. We've known each other for multiple moons. And he likes having me in because I get to cuss in front of students.
Yes.
And I don't care.
It loosens the room up.
I will be honest to a fault. It's so funny. People say that, but like I actually do it. But yeah, it's great. Like, because the school year is wrapping.
Yeah.
But they're I'm sorry. Don't do that. Stop it. And so, but it was, most of them are actually going into music business. Like I've taught some of the classes before that are musicians. So I'll go and teach music publishing or production or songwriting and stuff. But this was like purely music business. And I was like, wow, there's kids that chose to go get a degree in music business and to learn about it, even though it's as derided as being a lawyer. You know, I mean, like you hear all those quotes about, the music business is full of thieves and rapists and druggies. But other than that, it's pretty good.
Yeah, there's that Hunter S. Thompson quote. It's
one of those. I know I butchered it, but
there's also a downside.
Yeah, but there's also a downside.
Yeah.
But yeah, the I don't want to call them kids, but the people down there doing their thing, they were engaged, except for the one in front of me, yawning the whole time, had no questions. And, you know, look, half of them aren't going to make it. It's just like being an artist.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I was kind of teaching them sort of the general skills about music business.
Did you tell them to listen next week so they'd know exactly which one of them's were going to make it? Because you already fucking
I would
know.
never tell a young person to listen to this podcast.
Why?
Because they'll learn too much.
Oh.
Yeah, they'll stumble upon the YouTube channel, youtube.com/ @2ShotsMusicPod. And they'll learn everything about the music business, and then we'll go broke because no one will call us anymore, which is the whole goal. Like, you know, I don't know what people are doing. It's all there. 87 episodes.
We will not be going broke.
But it's one of those things where you kind of teach these classes in, you know, trying to be really honest with them. Like, no matter what you're setting out to do in the music business, you're going to probably end up doing something else. You know, I always, when someone asks me, what do you do in the music industry? My answer is always, I do music shit. Yeah. Because it's really hard for me to, you know, it's not just licensing or songwriting or producing or, you know, publishing, and there's a little small label thing, but I also do consulting and music supervision and it just goes on and on and on. So it's a lot easier to say I do music shit, and it's kind of like explaining to them like how you can get to that place, because you're going to just continue to learn, and then it's more important that you learn how to change and evolve with the industry. Like I was explaining to him, when I was your age, I was like, when I was your age, I was in LA with 5 demos on cassette in a fanny pack.
Oh yeah, baby.
I was like, see, like none of that exists anymore, you know, and I've been doing it since then. You know, and I was like, yeah, you could buy a cassette tape or whatever. And some of the influencers are trying to bring a fanny pack back, but it's bullshit. You know? So I was like, you know, just so you know, you got to learn how to change and roll with the punches.
I think there's a certain degree. I was having this conversation. I do have a couple of music mentorship students who are working with me on getting their proverbial shit together to do anything and everything and do music shit like we talk about. Yeah. And one of the things I said is there's got to be a fundamental curiosity about the thing you love,
and you got to love it.
And you got to love it. Yeah, you got to love creating it.
Or you will be out real quick.
Yeah. And like all the pieces are like, oh, you know, that guy over there is making like a living doing that. What is he doing that I'm not doing? And the curiosity has to be not just about how great a guitar player can I be, or how great a singer
can I be,
or how much money can I make. It's got to be a curiosity about what does it take to be here for a long fucking time? I want to do this for fucking ever. Yeah. What does it take to be able to do that in the way that I want to do it? And that's going to require a general, and I would say this for any career field that anybody goes into. If you find something that you love, let it kill you, said Bukowski. That's not true. I don't want you to kill. I don't.
Both teams have fun. Be safe.
Yeah. You've got to find a way to remain curious about it. Curiosity, I think, is what drives, you know, longevity. I'm curious.
That's what my friends call me, Whiskers. Because I'm curious as a cat.
I did not see that coming. Out of nowhere. Hey.
Hi, everybody. What about this? I was telling them, I was like, one of the things I was imparting to them, well, 2 things. I was like, the most important thing you need to learn is Excel spreadsheets. Yeah. Everything happens on a spreadsheet eventually. Yeah. If you're trading music, if you're selling music, if you're running a band, if you're running a tour, if you're running a catalog, if you're doing publishing, it all eventually comes to a CSV. Yeah. It's all eventually. And they were like, I'm like, no, just trust me. In 5 years, you're going to be like, that old guy, he fucking told me.
Yep.
And I was like, just learn it now. You don't need to be a wizard, but you need to know and need to not be afraid of it. And
remember, they're all different.
Yeah. And the other thing I was telling them that I think is kind of important for everyone to understand is that along the lines of like curiosity and stuff is that, if you stick around in the music business for over 5 years, you're going to run into the same people because if you're in for 5 years, you might be a lifer. I mean, most people don't. It's like a band. Most bands break up within 5 years.
Yeah.
The ones that don't, like 80% of those go 15 years or longer.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same thing. If you can make it, for 5 years, you're going to start seeing the same people. And honestly, there's not that many people in the music industry on a day-to-day basis. And
wow,
and so like if you're in it, don't burn bridges. Be curious about what everyone else does. Don't be just in your lane. Like, hey, how do you manage a band? Oh, hey, how do you manage tour logistics? And, and because it will come back around when you're like, oh, I'm working with this artist and doing a waterfall release. Oh, that was the thing I was saying to them. I was like, we're all guessing.
Yeah.
Like no one's a fucking expert. If they were, everybody Sony signed would be a massive star, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
And so when we're doing a release, a waterfall campaign, we're all trying a bunch of things. We all want to get this music to people's ears, make them fall in love with it. And if money happens, well, that's even better. Yeah. But like, we're all trying to make it work. Like, I'm more interested in whether or not I can make a song go or be a part of creating something that's really cool that will outlast me than it making money. Like if that happens, that's bonus.
Yeah.
You got to make some money. But like, I was like, the thing is, you may think you know how to release music because one artist you released with did well.
Yeah.
And you do it with the next one and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So you got to learn. You got to keep growing. You're like, oh shit, that's not the way to do it with them.
Yeah. Well, it's like a video game. If you're like playing the underwater levels in Super Mario World, like the first time you go through it, it does not go well.
No, it does not.
But eventually you learn the rules of the game. You learn the rules of the platform you're playing on, and you memorize the cheat codes or whatever the hell it is, and you try it. And the state we're in gaming now, that doesn't always work. Anyway,
but there's some things that always work.
Like what, Michael?
Not releasing music on a Tuesday, you fuckers. Okay.
But I'm special. I want to.
Oh, you are? Do you have 5,000 fans that will buy it that day on downloads? Fine, release it on Tuesday.
Yeah. I'm kind of, Anyway.
Yep. Okay. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Well, that's enough of that. Should we get to some
music Biz Bits?
Oh, see that setup? That was a fucking segue.
Pro.
Born of the loins of Zeus.
The 2025 inductees are out, Stu. Let's argue about it. Here
Good
it comes.
Fucking inductees. I don't know.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I will remind everyone the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame doesn't have anything to do with rock and roll. It has to do with the location, which is the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland.
I thought it was The Hague, but okay.
Ooh, I like The Hague. That'd be cool if we did like the Hague Hall of Fame.
Oh, no, it would not.
And now Mussolini. Okay. No.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, we might have an inductee here real soon in The Hague. I heard Jack Smith is back, by the way. He's over there at the ICC. Anyway, we're not a political podcast. Sorry, everyone. Here we go. Here's your inductees. Bad Company.
Okay, I'm in. I'm cool.
Tom Bell, Thom Bell.
Yeah. Okay.
Chubby Checker.
Excellent. Yep.
Joe Cocker.
I get it. That makes sense to me. Yep.
Nicky Hopkins.
Who?
Don't know. Carol Kay.
Fuck yeah. That is deserved.
Everyone loves that.
Fuck yeah.
Bass players,
that's a good one.
Cyndi Lauper.
Absolutely. I'm here for that one.
She's so unusual, Stu.
I fucking love her. Brilliant.
Outcast.
Oh, I do
What's
love
up,
this.
ATL?
I do love that call. I do love that choice. That's
like
fucking
the
great.
way you move. All right.
Dum.
Salt in pepper.
Fuck yes.
I can't wait to hear the way people mention that. Here is salt in pepper.
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper. And Spinderella.
Spinderella cut it up one time.
In there, yeah. Spinderella cut it up one time. What? Soundgarden.
Fuck yes.
Posthumously. Ouch. Lenny Waronker.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And how about a boom, 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 boom?
I'm for it. White Stripes, not Jack on his own, though, right?
That's the White Stripes, Seven Nation
That's
Army.
fucking great. Excellent.
And last, Warren Zevon.
Okay. How has it taken this long
For the Z-Man to get
for
in?
the Zevon to be there?
He didn't have as many hits as you think.
It's to say, but I would put him up there with like a Leonard Cohen or that Tom Waits, that kind of like the songwriting legend for me, you know.
I can tell you, I already know that Dave Grohl is going to be somehow involved in the Bad Company thing.
Oh, cool.
So there you go. You heard that
Excellent.
first on this podcast.
Ding, 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 ding. First.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Kurt
you're
Loder.
fucking welcome. I went with the fucking, because they used the Peace Sells Who's Buying fucking bass line.
Totally.
Forever to announce.
That was an epic call out. That was so good.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hey, you have some news about Moby.
Yeah, I saw a video. I think a friend of mine in the Tennessees, shout out to Josh Skelton, sent it to me, and it was a fucking fascinating idea. Moby was on his Instagram this week, and maybe just in the last few days, said he's putting up 500 free songs. Free songs.
Free to use
songs. No strings. You can't say that they're yours. They're his. They're his creation materials, but you can use them however you want. Royalty free, right? Tell me if I'm getting any of these terms wrong.
I don't even think you have to attribute.
I would have really.
He's got stems, so you can break them out and use them as part of.
Oh, that's else. Right. He did offer the stems as well.
Yeah.
And he also mentioned that they're going to put
multi-tracks, even not even just stems.
Yeah. He said, I just want you to tell me how the thing. He says, tag us and stuff, and let me know how you're using it, kind of thing.
Yeah, but I don't think legally you have to. I think
there's no legally. He just asked. He asked nicely, and he's Moby. He seems like a nice guy. I mean, I would listen to him.
And Moby, you gonna get stomped by Obi. Nobody listens to techno. No, let's go.
I knew it was an Eminem reference. I knew that. Okay. That's very nice. Very nice. That's two fucking solid call-outs.
By the way, Moby looks like he just finished a 25-year stint. Like, he's got fucking neck tattoos. He's got like a little thing under his eye, like he killed somebody.
Maybe he did. Maybe that's why we haven't seen him in a while. That's maybe why he has 500 songs for free up on his website. That's why he's giving them away. Yeah. But he also said he's going to put up another 1,000 to 1,500 over the next year or so.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. That's quite a library that he's putting out there. It's an interesting play, and it's also, I would imagine he's got enough money from the
Gwen
1900s and Gwen's call back to Gwen Stefani to be able to do something like this. You know, I'm fascinated by okay, what's the business plan here? You know, does he have a business plan, or does he just not give a fuck? You know,
it seems like there is no business plan to it.
Okay.
By the way, do you know Moby has a podcast? Everyone has a podcast now. It's called Moby Pod.
Oh, I wouldn't have seen that name coming. That's so.
Didn't see that coming.
It's out of nowhere.
Yeah. So that's going to be interesting. I'm going to pull down some things to see what we can do with them.
Yeah.
Fuck around with it.
Fuck around and find out.
Moby's a pretty good producer. There you go.
He is.
Let's move on to one of the last little things here. Big tour sales might be going soft, Stu.
Can you change that to hard tour sales going soft?
Hard tool sales are going
hard tool
flaccid.
Sales? That's excellent. Okay,
tour sales.
Fuck.
That's Tool. Thank you. I know. Okay, so big tour sales. Having a little trouble with Beyonce's Cowboy Carter. She's setting out on her big ass tour now, and there was some cheap last second seats in the secondary market on StubHub. Some for as low as $135.
Oh,
yeah!
Wow. Okay,
isn't that crazy?
That's low.
Just something to keep in mind. Something to keep your eye on. Some as low as $55 in the 500 sections.
Wow. Okay.
To see Bay. So, yeah, kind of weird. This is kind of weird stuff because it's secondary market shit, so you don't really know. I mean, someone bought the ticket at some point, so. But, you'd think if it was, secondary market shit for Taylor Swift was still going for thousands. And
wow.
So, I guess you can't really compare because that was just a monster tour. But yeah, it's something to keep your eye on. Something we've been talking about here recently is that a lot of people have reached their limit of going to many, many, many big concerts and are kind of treating them like vacations now. Like, okay, there's going to be one. I'm going to this one. We're going to blow it out, honey, and we're going to have a hotel room. We're going to go to dinner. And so just something to keep your eye on with the consumer out there.
I am watching it. Fascinating stuff.
So you have your eyes on it, yes.
I have my eyes on it. I don't particularly want to go see Beyonce, though, in concert. Is that weird?
I don't want to see this concert either.
I think
that's strange because I think it may be splitting her fan base because she did this kind of country album. And it's like, okay, well, if you're going to do the majority of the new shit, like I'm here to see Lemonade. I'm here to see, Crazy in Love. And she's going to do all those. But there's going to be a whole lot of, it's called Cowboy Carter.
Yeah.
And I got to think that there's some like longtime Beyonce fans that are like, no, honey, I like that you did that, but I'm not going to spend the whole night listening to country music.
Yeah.
I think that might be splitting it.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
So there you go. So all right, there's Music Biz Bits for you, everybody. There's some news.
Can I give you a little addendum that I found out today that I thought was fascinating?
Ooh, breaking news, extra news from Stu.
It's just a little fun thing that I found. I mentioned seeing the Minecraft movie with my kid.
Yes.
And my person a couple of weeks ago, and that was my sync of the week was Skid Row. But this week, Jack Black's Minecraft song, Steve's Lava Chicken, sets a Billboard record for the shortest Hot 100 hit at 34 seconds long. An original composition by Jables himself.
God, and you get paid at 30.
Yep, sure do.
I love a 30-second song. I do.
I thought you would enjoy the fact that it's 34 seconds long.
I'm going to add another piece of tidbit. Ooh,
okay. All right, double
breaking news.
Double tidbits. Ding, ding, ding.
In May, I believe it may be May 3rd. It may be this Saturday. Yeah. They're going to do special showings of Minecraft, allowing the kids to do the chicken jockey shit and interactive, like, fuck up our theater. Like, so if people don't know, people go into Minecraft, there's a bunch of teenagers bringing in chickens, buying rotisseries, sitting on each other's arm. They're throwing shit at the screen. It's a mess, but Hollywood's like, hey, the kids are going back to the theaters. That's good, right?
Yeah.
And the parents are like, yeah, I guess the kids are doing okay. But they're going to allow it. They're going to kind of like promote it that way. Come to the theater, fuck around, do the thing with your chicken, whatever. And, yeah, that's happening. Minecraft in the theater.
Wow.
Let me find when the exact date is, because if you're listening to this podcast and you're like, hey, can I go and do the Chicken Ranger thing?
Okay, boomer.
Did they do it when you were in the theater? Did they make a mess? Chicken Jockey. It's called Chicken Jockey.
There was a row of hooligans in front of us that were very excited about the movie. I did not see them. One of them did have some chicken tendies, but I do not recall them flying at the screen. I recall them like calling out a bunch of the Easter eggs for those of you who play or avid Minecrafters. They were calling out a bunch of that shit, and my kid was like quite happy. I was like, okay, so explain to the old what just happened, you know? And but yeah, there was no shenanigans or chicanery.
Here's what's funny is that you can find this news story, and I'm looking for the actual date. But basically what they're saying, in the wake of Chicken Jockey, a Minecraft movie screenings will encourage rowdy behavior. It's time to get loose, laugh out loud, and belt out those lyrics.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dear.
It's been a total blast, one person says.
Like,
May 2nd, it is. It's fucking this Friday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So you won't see me in a theater on May 2nd, but there you go.
Yeah, there you
if
go.
If you want to go
right,
hang
then.
out with a bunch of kids throwing rotisserie
no,
chickens, May 2nd.
I do not. I do not at all.
All right, let's get to some music. It's time for Turn. Stu and I listened to 2 songs this week, one new, one older, and we want to turn you on to them. Stu, you've got the new song. Hit me.
Oh, God, I love this song so much. This is from a band called The Paradox. The song is called Do Me Like That. And if you were around in the early 2000s, you would have heard some bands known as Sum 41, Bowling for Soup, Blink 182, Good Charlotte. Anyone else you care to add?
All Time Low?
I go with All Time Low, Yellow Card, that kind of stuff. You had kind of the pop punk kind of vibe. This is that all over again. This is a fun. It reminds me so much of a Sum 41 song.
Yeah,
you know, it really does. You know, it's got all the but
Fat
it is.
Lip?
It
was that their big hit?
That was their big hit. Yeah, it's got.
Had no abortion.
Yes, it's got some of that stuff. It's got but it's also got some shall we say some more Gen. What generation are we in? Gen Z? No.
Yeah.
Whatever Gen Z speak.
Yeah. I
Smash.
just
There's nudes on your Snap. There's a bunch of that kind of stuff. You hit me with your Subaru. What the fuck is wrong with you? Lyrics like that. It is a fun fucking ditty. It looks like they made the video themselves. It's really fun. All the lyrics are up there. I love the way it's produced because these guys clearly fucking went. They're like, hey, what's that guy who produced the first Blink 182 record doing these days? Let's have him fucking mix it because it sounds fucking great.
In a lot of their promo, if you go check out their Instagram, a lot of their promo is pop punk isn't dead.
Nice.
Like the shows are called that.
Yeah.
Their playing shows are like all, emo night and stuff. It doesn't matter, but it's worth pointing out that it's an all-black lineup. Eric Dangerfield, Donald on bass, Zealand on guitar and vocals, and PC3 on drums. What up, PC3?
Fuck yeah.
They've become unstoppable. They formed in 2024, July.
Jeez, that's fucking awesome.
They've been around
I love it.
Almost a year.
That's fucking great. I love it.
Yeah, and they're blowing up with this song. They have another song that's out too. I did a little bit of look into them.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to figure out where they're from. I believe they're from the ATL. I believe they're from Atlanta.
Okay.
You can catch them this summer on the Warped Tour. I did not know that was still going on. And the When We Were Young Fest. I did know that was still going on because the former Warped Tour people are playing it. And the Riot Fest.
Yeah.
Let me tell you who produced this. This is produced by ZK Productions, which is Zach Odom and Kenneth Mount, and they are multi-platinum music producers out of Atlanta.
Yeah,
and they are the #1 authority for pop punk music in Atlanta.
Fuck yeah, I love it. Nailed it.
Yeah, and so shout out, like this is produced and mixed so fucking expertly, it should win an awards.
Yeah.
They produced Mayday Parade. They mixed All Time Low. Duh.
Nice.
The In Crowd. They've done things with Set It Off. They've done things with a bunch of different people. Cartel. Yeah. So they've been around for a long time. They did some shit with Whitney Houston.
Fucking cool.
Way back when. But anyway, they've done some stuff and they're really, really, the mix is so perfect. It's just like push the button that's like, this is what it should be mixed like.
Yeah.
And the arrangement's great. The writing is great. I mean, you get into a halftime like all pop punk should in the
bridge.
Bridge.
You get the little back and forth on the vocals. You get the alto. And you get that callback on the outro too, which is fucking awesome.
It's so good.
I shout out to Robert Eldridge, the eclectic and mental guitarist in Denver, for pointing me in the direction of these lads. And I fucking love it. I'm here for it. I want more. Give me more.
The Paradox. Do Me Like That.
Excellent.
Pop punk ain't dead.
It just lives in Atlanta.
It just lives. It's coming out of Atlanta. How
fucking
weird.
awesome. I love
the
it.
dirty South, the ATL. What's up?
I love it. Fuck yeah.
All right, old heads, let's get to some old music. And actually, this is for you younger folks. Because if you don't know about this song, I want you to go listen to it. It's Bryan Adams' Run to You.
Oh.
First of all,
fucking A.
Number one, elbows up, Canada. Celebration of the election.
Yeah.
I don't know whether or not it's amazing, but the Liberals have overtaken Canada, and it might be because our president was like, you should vote for me to become the 51st state. And Canada was like, why don't you go fuck yourself, eh? And I agree with that. We should go fuck ourselves. The way we've been treating Canada. We love Canada. But one of the favorite sons of Canada is Bryan Adams.
Ah, yes.
And I would like to take you back to a simpler time in late 84, early 1985. We always talk about Prince. We always talk about Michael Jackson. We always talk about Madonna. Let me tell you something. Bryan Adams was a fucking monster in 1985.
Yeah, sure was.
He released this album called Reckless. That's what this song is off of. It's the first single, came out in December. It is his biggest selling album to date, 12 million copies. He was inescapable in 85. Not a great looking dude, but pretty good looking. He was still thin, nice. He kind of had a pockmarked face back then.
Yeah.
He since has become a fashion icon. There were 6 singles on this album. Run to You, Somebody, I Need Somebody, Somebody Like You, Heaven, huge fucking ballad that was like all over schools and stuff. Summer of 69, One Night Love Affair, and then It's Only Love, where this motherfucker ends up doing a duet with the incomparable Tina Turner, which, by the way, he was nominated for a Grammy that year. But I mean, you should see the Grammys that year. Phil Collins, Michael Jackson, Madonna, Prince. It's just amazing. And then there's little Bryan Adams. He's right there. And we don't really remember that Bryan Adams was a massive part of the 80s. And you should understand that this is Bryan Adams breaking out of being like sort of an underdog from Canada and becoming a huge arena rock star.
Wow.
In fact, in like 87, 88, 89, Kerrang would rank this album, Reckless, and you heard all the songs I mentioned to you there, as one of the top 100 heavy metal albums.
What?
So compared to everything else, Lionel Richie and all the Phil Collins, okay, I guess it's hard rock, but it's not heavy metal. But so Bryan Adams, the song is called Run to You. Look, it's got a great guitar tone, just fucking slashes through everything there. And not, again, this goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Technically, not a great singer, but you know his voice when you hear it.
Yeah.
Raspy, little bit flat, but he sings it with some junk in his soul. Yeah.
I've seen for the last few weeks, it's funny you bring this. This was my favorite Bryan Adams song when I was a kid.
It should be.
And I had no idea. I'm like, what's this about, Grandma? I had no idea what the song was about, but I fucking loved his voice.
Do you know what it's about now?
No.
Do you? No, seriously though.
No, isn't it about like a sexual affair?
Yeah, the whole thing, like, she says her love for me will never die, but that would all change if she found out about you and I.
Yeah.
It's all a song about the side piece he's fucking, and he's going to run to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's got like an awesome chick that loves him, that's for him, that's down, that like supports him, and it's all a song about like absolutely cheating on somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I'm a little surprised that this is the biggest selling record of his, considering that in 1991 he had as they call it, a 17-week-long reign of terror brought about by the Robin Hood soundtrack, which featured the song "Everything I Do It for You." I'm surprised that record
and more Sting and Rod Stewart, like the three rough voices of the generation.
That was the Zorro. Was that Zorro? Mask of Zorro?
No, Zorro the Gay Blade?
No, the one with Antonio Banderas.
No.
Yeah.
Antonio Banderas.
Mask of Zorro. Antonio Banderas, 1998. Let's see what the soundtrack says. On the IMDb.
All for love.
Oh, I might be
I know
wrong.
the song.
Yeah, it's not that. Is it Desperado? What the fuck is it from?
The Three Musketeers.
That's what it's from.
Keanu.
And and fucking Chris O'Donnell, wasn't that?
Yeah. Ooh, good pull.
Thank you very much. I'll be here all week.
If you want to hear vocal fry, Bryan Adams, Rod Stewart, and Sting, All for Love. When it's love you love. It's so bad. It was a great song.
Wait a minute. Was Keanu Reeves in the Three Musketeers? Or was it no, it was fucking Charlie Sheen. Kiefer Sutherland.
Kiefer Sutherland and Charlie Sheen. Wow.
Yeah. Oliver Platt.
I do remember Oliver Platt.
Tim Curry. Fuck yeah.
Tim Curry, my man. Yes.
Yeah.
It wasn't Keanu. Oh, I'm thinking, okay, around the same time, there was a lot of remakes, and Kenneth Branagh was doing a whole lot of Shakespeare shit. And he would put like Denzel Washington and Keanu Reeves in it.
Yeah.
Like he would put like weird people in it. So
I think that was
that's
Much
what I
Ado
was thinking.
About Nothing, wasn't it?
Yes.
See, I see. I'm winning the internet today.
Yeah, you
on
are.
Callbacks.
Yeah. Hey, look, my guys blew their wad way back with Lisa Stansfield. So, and again, just reminded me of it. You know, the guy turned around. Hey, tell me about Lisa Stansfield.
I did love her at the Freddie Mercury tribute concert, and I watched this week Extreme doing their Queen medley at the beginning of that show.
Oh, very nice.
When they weren't supposed to, they were supposed to save all the Queen songs to later in the night. And they went out there and fucked it up, and it's amazing. Anyway, awesome.
Oh, Nuno. What can't you do?
Oh, yeah, he did that, too, with Nancy over the Ronas.
Yeah, I remember it.
It was very good. Anyway,
Taylor Hawkins. The old song is Bryan Adams' Run to You from 1984.
Sorry, everybody, my ADHD's hanging out.
That's okay. Hey. What's up, D? Nothing, HD. So there you go. There's the two songs. Hey, go check them out. You can see them on the YouTube link. They'll be all over this place. The Paradox, Do Be Like That, and Bryan Adams, Run to You.
They work very well back to back, I might add.
I think so.
Good back to back choice. Well, now that that's fucking over,
let's get to the sink
of the week. Excellent. Excellent. You want rock, paper, scissors for it?
Yeah, ready?
Yeah.
Run, scissors. Okay, ready? Go. Scissors.
Fuck, you win. I got a paper.
Wait a minute. Does that mean you go first then?
I don't know. First? Yeah, go. Fuck it. I'll go first.
You should go first because I'm going to be a negative Nelly. Michael, a cynic?
No. I would like to shout out. Don't
shout out yet. We're not at last call.
I'm going to shout it out because it's.
Shout it.
I've been watching a lot of science fiction lately, and none of the shows I've been watching have any fucking good sync bait in them because they're all composing music to make you feel like you're in a quote unquote galaxy far, far away, or on Arrakis, if you will. Those are what I've been watching, right?
That's my composing.
That was fantastic.
Whoa.
Anyway, but my late night program, because I have been visiting a galaxy far, far away, has been tangentially interesting because on May 9th, we have a new Long Way series arriving with Ewan McGregor and Charlie Boorman. It's called Long Way Home, and they take a long ride around Europe on fucking old-ass motorcycles, and it just looks so much fucking fun. And so I've been, if you have not listened to this podcast ever, you do not know what joy I find in riding motorcycles. And
we both love this show. It's probably the first thing we talked about.
It's so fucking
I'm Charlie, you're Ewan. And, and like if I rode motorcycles, this is what we would do.
It is so much fucking fun.
Put me in the sidecar and I'll go.
It is basically a fucking adventure on two wheels around the world, and it is just fun as fuck. This will be the fourth escapade they've done over the last 20-something years. And so I've been doing a review of the original 3, the original 2, and then the one that came out in 2020 where they did the electric bikes. But they have some fucking nice drops. You're just like little hints of things in here, because like there's no way that you would think that going to Mongolia you would want to hear Coldplay in a certain circumstance. But surprisingly, I can't say it works. But they do drop the scientist at one point in the 6th episode when they visit Mongolia, and it's a nice moment, shall we say? But I'm not sure it works. I feel like some of the things that they do in this show are kind of like Ewan McGregor goes, my friends are in Coldplay. I'll just go ahead and ask them if we can use their song, because this is off the second. This is off the second record. There's a couple of fucking Radiohead songs on there. He sings a Muse song in one of the later ones, but this one was in the first season was the scientist from A Rush of Blood to the Head. So Coldplay's not a small band at this point in time. They're on their second record. This is like and A Rush of Blood to the Head. It's got Clocks on it. It's got Politic on it. It's got a bunch of fucking great songs on it. And I'm like, I wonder. I would love to have been in the meeting where they go, I'll just call my friend Chris and we'll just have it done. Like, what does that look like when you're making a show with a multi-millionaire movie star?
Yeah, totally.
Does he just call his friends and be like, I'm producing this. I want to use your song in this one episode. Can we do that?
So would this be Long Way Round?
Long Way Round, the first one in 2004. Which, there's a lot of extraneous stuff in the next couple. They kind of get their stuff down, but the adventure of the whole fucking thing, it is a bananas undertaking.
Yeah, and, it's good television.
It's really good television. It's really engaging and fun and light, and you don't go to bed with a headache like I did on the last episode of Andor. It's really, really fun. And if you're into, if you have any type of travel bug whatsoever, these motherfuckers go places you can't even think about on these fucking motorcycles. It's amazing. So my stick of the week is The Scientist, Long Way Around, Season 1, Episode 6, and that is Deborah Baum is the supervisor on that. I'm sure there were some phone calls made by Ewan McGregor to his friends.
And that was a long way around to get to it. Very nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I felt like I took a journey with you.
You always do. I told you ADHD is hanging out for today.
Charlie.
Poor
Charlie. God damn it, we love Charlie Borman. Here.
Yeah. I'm really glad he's doing it still.
Yeah, that motherfucker, he almost couldn't walk anymore.
Yeah.
And now he's back on it again.
Yeah, back on his shit again.
He's back on the road again.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wrote a book about it, too.
Wrote a book about it. Want to hear it? Here it goes. Okay. Very nice. Love that. Love that they're doing another one. I'm in.
Yeah.
Totally
yeah, baby.
Right. All right. I'm going to tell you mine.
Okay.
Sometimes Michael picks syncs that are what he calls anti-syncs. Sometimes he also talks in the third person, which is horrible.
Oh, no.
And so this is me talking about how not to do it.
Oh, no.
What not to do. And, okay, no, listen, this is kind of a weird one, okay? So let me just get into it. Watch an Apple TV Plus. Love Apple TV Plus.
Yes.
There's a new show called Government Cheese.
Okay.
And it is sort of a fantastical show about a bygone era, 1970, in Hawthorne, California. Ex-con gets out of kind of a petty run, 2 years in prison for like flighting checks, and he finds his family has changed, and he's he thinks he can start over again. He invents this drill that can sharpen itself as it's drilling. He thinks that's going to make him $1 million. Anyway, it is an interesting show. I don't think it exists without Apple TV. I don't think anyone else makes this.
Yeah.
But I like it. I really do. It's so weird that it's cool, you know? Like you got to kind of hang with it. You got to hang in there. Second episode will get you through. Here's the problem. The title music is called Government Cheese, but it's actually called Get Down ... Government Cheese. And the artist who does the title track is Pharrell.
Okay.
We love Pharrell around here.
Yes, we do.
We know Pharrell is a great songwriter and producer. And almost everything Pharrell does is magical. He's fucking great, right?
Yeah.
Here's my question. How do you know if it's a bad Pharrell song?
Oh, dear.
You know what I mean? Like if you were to hire Pharrell and you're like, hey, man, got this new Apple TV show. I need you to do a song for it. Here's a little trailer for it. Here's what it looks like. Here's what we're going to do. And then he turns this around. And I would think that almost everybody who's not really music inclined would be like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. It's a Pharrell song. I can tell he's all, ooh, get down. He does his little high voice thing. It's got a beat to it. I can tell you this is the worst Pharrell song I've ever heard.
Oh, no.
I can tell you that Pharrell doesn't hit every time, and this is one of them. It's not a good fucking song, and you can't convince me it is. First of all, it's not a good song for Pharrell in general. Number two, it has nothing to do with setting the scene for the show. It doesn't feel like 1969 or 1970, and this is a period piece. It sounds like he put it out in 2018 and as a B-side to something. It is just sort of meh.
Oh, no.
It's not good. The hook sucks. The music isn't very good. The beat's weird. It's kind of off-key, which you expect with Pharrell a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's just not good. It's not good. It shouldn't be released as a song. It certainly shouldn't be released as a title track.
Oh my.
And it has no business on a show that takes place in 1970. So, when you go see Government Cheese, I give you full permission to skip intro. That is Government Cheese on Apple TV. And by the way, it's really hard to find the music soup on this. They basically threw it to Nelly Rajabi, who does music for Apple TV.
Yeah.
But they're not listing her as basically the music supervisor.
Oh.
I don't think anyone wants to touch this.
Oh, dear.
And yet I'm sure that they're proud of it. And they're like, no, it's cool. It's a Pharrell song. But it's kind of like, I don't know, if your favorite artist does a horrible song, but it sounds like them. And you're like, yeah, this one's undercooked, brah. It ain't there.
Yeah.
Like, they're not all gems. It's okay.
Yeah. They can't all be wieners.
And this one sucks. You're going to hear it, and you're going to... Listen, if you disagree with me, you hit me up at 2ShotsMusicPod, anywhere you follow people. You can email us to 2ShotsMusicPod@gmail.com, and let's argue about it. But I'm telling you, this song blows. It's not good. And it's lazy... And it's undercooked, and it's like mixed. Like there's no good thing about it. There's nothing good about it. And what sucks is you can tell it's Pharrell too. It's like in his style, and it's his voice, and it's not just him producing. It's the whole Pharrell experience. It's just left just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside.
So there you go, Government Cheese. Although I highly recommend Government Cheese. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. And it's a period piece, so I like the way that they're shooting it, and I like that Apple TV takes bold swings, and this is a bold swing. It's probably not going to be picked up for a season 2, so go ahead and check it out right now.
All right, well, there you go. But Slow Horses is back this year.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, there you go. Calling
again,
it back.
That song with Mick Jagger, it makes sense. It feels like it.
Yeah, it feels like it belongs. Absolutely.
Anyway, when you hear this song, if you disagree with me, come and let's argue about it. Yeah. But if you agree with me, you go ahead and Venmo me $2. Okay. Let's get to last call, everybody.
Yeah, baby.
All right, I'm going to shout out Chris Webb in the music business analysis class down at Metro DU Denver, whatever it was. Listen, shout out to all of you students that are about to graduate college. Look, it's tough out there for everybody, but especially if you're in the music business or you're graduating from a music program, just know there's room for you here.
Yeah.
There will be a music industry. You're part of shaping it. Change it how you like. We're all old guys in this, and we're going to still be here. So I want to see what you got. I want you to drive the car, but welcome and thank you for being interested in our little industry and not selling out and doing AI and all that shit. So shout out to the kids that are graduating this year, and we're welcoming you with open arms.
Please drive the car. We'll be in the back seat with the windows down, smoking.
Highway run.
Oh, okay. I did not see that coming. I have a weird one. I have been on a. I'm going to shout out at Josh Holiday with 2 L's at Josh Holiday Drums on Instagram, and Josh Holiday has been the subject of what I call my drummer reign of terror. So he posts videos of things, and I'm just going to give you the titles. Take on Me, but the drums are an eighth note behind and the vocals a semitone off.
Oh shit, I love that.
I love these so much. Sweet Caroline, but the vocals are an octave higher and the drums are an eighth note behind. All Star, but the drums are 3/16 of a note, 3/16 notes behind. Never Gonna Give You Up, but the drums are an eighth note ahead and the synth is stuck in a loop. They are fucking amazing.
Is he the guy that does the every song can be in 4/4 if you really want it to be?
I don't remember if he does that too, but they're fucking hilarious. And if you have it is so much fun. And I sent it to a couple of drummers this week. I said, I love you very much, but please do not think that I will not do this to you.
Oh my God, I love that so much.
Yeah, they're wonderful.
Josh Holiday Drums.
At Josh Holiday Drums, yes, that is correct. Right. And he's a really great drummer. But
well,
God,
you have to be.
It's just, I would imagine there's probably some chicanery and some tomfoolery, in the post-production area. But oh God, it's fucking funny every time.
You have to be good to play a song wrong correctly.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun. So I enjoy him, and I just wanted to say thank you for helping me. It's funny because now when you go to a corporate gig and some of those songs are on, we had Tom Cardy when he did the intro to "You Make My Dreams" by Hall & Oates, and instead of "What I Want," he goes, "You're a cunt,"
yeah, exactly.
And so
You're a cunt.
I've got a couple of drummers that we can't play that song at gigs without looking at each other. And I think that this guy's kind of doing the same thing. We sometimes when we play September, I can hear the drummer wanting to do the thing where he fucks it up and everything's off. So yeah, just thanks for bringing us joy. I love it so much. Josh Holiday Drums, shout out.
Love it. Love it. All right. That's a wrap for us, everybody. Hey, remember to subscribe and hit that bell on YouTube. It really does help the channel. Yeah. And throw us a follow on Spotify. Whoa, we're killing it on Spotify. Go over there to patreon.com. Well, we have a bunch of special things there. No, we don't. I'm sorry, we don't? No, we don't. I'm being
Kelsey
told
just sent you another email.
Yeah, Kelsey, when I don't work for you anymore, please leave me alone. Give us 5 stars over there and leave a silly comment on Apple Podcasts. Make sure to drop a cuss word or two. And you can follow us at 2ShotsMusicPod wherever you follow people. And until we talk to you next week, write a song, graduate, then go do some Instagram videos and play the song a little bit wrong, but play it perfectly wrong.
Yes.
And we'll shout you out next time here on 2ShotsMusicPod.
Thank you. Write a great song.
Thank you. We love you guys.
Shake some shit up, music business people.
Be yourself.
Yeah. Love you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Okay, bye.